Yo, what's going on, fellas? It's your guy Six Paps Dunga back with another analysis video. And what we got today might be the start of something special. This was a highly requested video and probably one of the videos I was excited to make the most because we're about to get one of the craziest fights in Boruto TBV VORTEX, and many people don't even realize it yet. That's what we're about to discuss in this video. So before we hop into this video, let me kindly ask you guys to drop a like on the video, as it does help me majorly in the YouTube algorithm, as well as draw more attention to the channel. And maybe subscribe if you enjoy videos like this and wouldn't mind seeing more videos like this in the future. But without further ado, let's get into it. I'm not gonna lie, I think I speak for a lot of people when I say we expected way more from Sarada since the beginning of the time skip. As someone who just unlocked their MANGEKYOU Sharingan at the end of part 1 and had all the motivation in the world to get stronger, she should have easily been at worst the third strongest member in Konoha behind Boruto and Kawaki. I'm not counting Damon in this. I don't even think he'll even bother to fight for Konoha. But yeah, some might say Sarada is the third strongest, but some might say she's stronger than current Kawaki is only because Kawaki sucks right now. So to be better than him isn't something I would say you should be jumping for joy because of. But wherever you think Sarada should rank in the pecking order of strength, the reality is she's just been underwhelming. I expected her to put up a way better fight against Hidari, but nonetheless, she was easily caught off guard and completely taken out of the fight. I mean, she was gonna be completely devoured if Boruto didn't step in to save her. Even Himawari put up a better fight and against the stronger Shinju, but I still wouldn't say she's more powerful than Sarada, because I know she's capable of way more than what she's shown us so far, and I think we'll finally see what we all been waiting to see from her in the upcoming chapters. With Ryu pretty much destined to fight against Mitsuki like I stated in a past video, I believe Sarada and Konohamaru is probable to fight against Matsuri. So this potential matchup I came up with to kind of balance things out, because obviously it's gonna have to be two separate fights going on, and I think since Sarada and Mitsuki are most likely the two strongest shinobi there, I think it'll be wise if they both took on either of Ryu or Matsuri, with the rest acting in a backup role. And with Sarada, I think Konohamaru will have to fight her as well, and not because he just chooses to fight her. Matsuri is going to be primarily targeting him, just like how Hidari was targeting Sarada and constantly going after her. And I actually believe this could be one of Sarada and Konohamaru's win conditions. You can use the Shinju's instincts against them. If Konohamaru is being targeted, and it's obvious that Matsuri is only interested in him, then I suspect Sarada, or it could be either one of the Sand Shinobi, to be able to come up with some sort of counterattack to catch her off guard and majorly injure her. And Sarada is probably the best to execute this sneak attack because she's definitely one of the fastest and strongest characters there. And I believe she definitely has the capability to injure the Shinju, like she done before. The only problem would be her finding a way to completely obliterate Matsuri in one or maybe two hits before she retreats and heals herself back to 100%. You see, that's the real tricky part. Both Konohamaru and Sarada has attacks that are proven to be able to injure the Shinju. It's all about execution. Konohamaru is actually going to be big in this battle as well. I think he'll surprise us. Besides Boruto, Konohamaru is another character who I believe has gotten a considerable amount stronger post time skip. Obviously Boruto is just on a completely different level of power, but Konohamaru has gotten sharper and picked up a new ability that could come in handy during this fight. So I'm definitely not counting him out because I know he'll have a huge role in this fight. When I said win conditions, some people may seem like I'm trying to say there's just no way they could lose. I'm not saying that at all. There's definitely some ways they could lose, no problem. But I'm mainly going off of KASHIN KOJI's statement he made to Shikamaru, where he specifically said these three, Konohamaru, Sarada, and Mitsuki, will work together with the Sand Shinobi to beat the two Shinju. I feel like he's speaking like they ultimately win and come out of that situation in one piece. So maybe they do find a way to defeat both Ryu and Matsuri. Whatever the other options were, the fact that Koji chosen those exact three for the mission definitely means something. And I think it could be chalked up to the teamwork that they share. Or it could be a setup for Boruto to join in the battle. I don't remember who I exactly heard this from first, but they said Koji could have chosen this group specifically because they're the only ones in Konoha that would cooperate with Boruto and focus on the enemy and not the fact that they're fighting with a rogue shinobi. Even though Konohamaru definitely doesn't trust Boruto 100%, I still believe he'll do like he did against Hidari and still focus on the main enemy. Especially after Boruto straight up told Konohamaru to look out because one of the Shinju is going to be targeting him. Just off this statement right here, I believe Konohamaru will have his guard up at all times, because he knows one of the Shinju is after him, but he doesn't know which one specifically. And he's about to find out the one that Boruto is talking about is the one that they're going to be fighting. So that completely changes the whole direction of the fight. And this could be another example of the timeline changing, because what would happen if Boruto never got the chance to tell Konohamaru this information? Maybe he dies from JURA sniping him and never got captured to have an interrogation, or maybe he never got captured in the first place. So many different branches of fate we can lean towards. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of getting off track here. Let's tune back into Sarada, cause I'm not done with her win conditions. So of course she can win while catching Matsuri off guard and just simply injuring her. She can also win by simply using her MANGEKYOU Sharingan for the first time in like forever. I haven't seen a lot of takes on this fight specifically, so I really don't know, but I haven't seen many people acknowledge how this could be the absolute perfect fight for Sarada to debut her MANGEKYOU Sharingan abilities. I don't think people understand the importance of not revealing Sarada's MS abilities too early. Now they can make her abilities literally anything they want it to be. They can make it completely counter the Shinju's regeneration abilities, or something even worse than that. At worst, I think it'll be something they can use to help battle against the Shinju, and it'll be something she can use over and over again without the problem of going blind. And this concept goes back to literally my most popular video on this channel, where I not only explain what Sarada's potential MS abilities could be, but I also go over the possibility of her already having the eternal MANGEKYOU Sharingan, without the need of her taking another Uchiha's eyes to get it. So if you haven't seen that video and don't feel like clicking on a whole other video to hear my reasoning, I'll explain it once more. So basically, I think since the way Sarada first activated her Sharingan was way different than how you would normally activate it, perhaps that could affect her MS longevity as well. Even the way she activated her MS was never before seen. To activate your Sharingan based off happiness and love, instead of the usual trauma and hatred, has to have some sort of payoff later down the road. And I think that payoff could be her being able to keep her eyesight way longer than any other Uchiha. Maybe she'll never lose her vision. And if that's the case, then she'll have the very first eternal MANGEKYOU Sharingan without the need of another Uchiha's eyes. But I go way more in depth in the other video, so if you want to hear me talk more about that, then make sure you go check it out. So this battle is going to be very interesting for a multitude of reasons. Without Boruto there to help, at least not immediately, Sarada and Konohamaru are going to have to fight for their lives. And that means no holding back. I fully expect Sarada to show us the fruits of her training throughout the time skip, maybe even display some new techniques that she learned as well. She already learned how to stream Chidori through her entire body like her father, so I think perhaps she has one or two new skills to show us that she hasn't shown us already. And I feel like I need to say this because I know there's some people that's going to bring it up in the comment section. There can be a possibility where Sarada doesn't know that she even has the MS. I mean, it's not like she's seen her father again after that little encounter. The one person that could teach her more about that power and how to control it herself. So if she ends up using it, odds are is that she learned how her power works on her own. I heard many people say she had Kakashi teach her about the MS and also many other abilities. But to be honest, that's super hard to believe since we haven't even seen Kakashi for so damn long now. But it would be a cool concept nonetheless. So there is a possibility she knows about the MS, but there's an even bigger possibility she doesn't know about it. But to be honest, there's absolutely no way they win this battle without someone showing some crazy new power up. So before I end the video, I want to talk a little about Konohamaru, because a lot of people think he'll be the one to eventually be devoured. And I understand the need to want someone to be devoured just to up the stakes, or simply see what happens if one of the targets are devoured. If Konohamaru is technically the first death of Tubular Vortex, I don't think that would necessarily be a bad thing. This series in particular is supposed to be dark, and the enemies are supposed to be some of the strongest we ever seen in the Naruto franchise, so we know they won't be defeated without cost. It's like how Neji was killed off in a slightly controversial way. Kishimoto understood if defeating Madara and Obito didn't come at the cost of someone's life, or the cost of something, because it doesn't always have to be someone's life, then the significance of their presence could end up being diminished. So yeah, all in all, I think we're in store for a very entertaining fight between the Shinju and the Sunagakure Rescue Squad. While the chances that we could be seeing a death is probably pretty low as long as everyone works together, something unexpected could happen. And we're gonna find out pretty soon what that is. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and if you did, be sure to leave a quick like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss another video like this in the near future, or when I go live to cover the chapter spoilers later next month. But until my next video, I'll see y'all boys and girls later, and I'm out. Peace.